Hello everyone, this is Cindy Bai. This video is for my instructional strategy PIDP 3250. Today I choose the topic as role play. Role play is not about acting, it's a technique for learning in class actually. So first of all, let's see what is the role play and the definition of role play. Role play is any speaking activity when you either put yourself into somebody else's shoes or when you stay in your own shoes but put yourself into an imaginary situation. Let's see this picture. You can see three students are performing on the stage. One of them looks very upset and annoying. The rest of the class are just sitting on the floor watching and enjoying the movie. I guess maybe several minutes later, the two groups can perform it alternatively. Maybe the way the audiences can become the actress, and those girls who are performing on the stage may become the audience too. The reason why I choose role play is because I think that role play is a very effective way to integrate different parts of learning. No one can deny that learning is made up of different parts. Just like this picture shows, it can be made up of creation, education, socialization, and therapeutic. But role-playing gaming is in the center of the picture. It can integrate different parts into one. To be frank, language acquisition is a little boring for those ESL students, especially my students from China. They may be good at writing and reading, but they are not good at listening and speaking. So they have to spend a lot of time practicing listening comprehension and to correct their pronunciation. That's a long way and a little boring. But role play do offer us an effective and efficient way to practice their English. In this picture, role play, we can see that those teenagers, they commit themselves in playing, they're wearing those costumes, they feel very excited. And in the next picture, we can see those boys, the expressions on their face are different. We can learn a lot of things from their inner heart. This is for camping role plays. Students are staring at the sky and looking for those stars. Of course, in my class, I used to use role play as a role for students to learn languages. I used to divide the adult students into several groups and ask them to play as customers and the waiters and the waitress in Tim Hortons or Starbucks alternatively. They all committed to playing and the atmosphere in my class was very harmonious. During this role play, students learn how to order different sizes of cup of coffee, and they learn the different flavors of coffee, such as cappuccino, latte, and how to say double double, how to say the triple triple for their different flavors of cream, milk, and sugar. So, since most of the things of role play, let's see the advantages of role play. For both teachers and the students. Students' interest in this topic is raised because role play is fun and motivating. Motivating is very important in language learning. Students would like to express themselves well, especially for those introvert and quieter students. In the role playing, students get opportunity to practice skills they may not use on regular basis, such as debating, negotiating, and reasoning. Students can also benefit more from practice, such as the grammar. They can learn what is the present tense, what is the present perfect tense, even what is the present progressive tense. They can correct their pronunciation by imitating and compare with other students. Even they learn some important problem solving. Of course, besides these advantages, we can learn a lot of other advantages of role play. First, they can learn something abstract, more concrete. I think this is very important, not only for language learning but also for other subjects, such as for dentistry, dentists and other subjects, they can learn some abstract problems in the real field. Of course, they can get some feedback immediately, unlike other ways of learning. Generally, after the performance, the teacher and the students may summarize something about their performance, and they can get their feedback instantly, which can give them very deep impression. Of course, roleplay can promote a lifelong learning. They may learn a lot of things during their life. So, let's see what's the roles of the teachers. Generally speaking, in traditional class, the role of teachers is just to act and lecturer or just like a monitor, a supervisor. But in this class, this is role play class, the role of the teachers have changed. First, the teacher should be a designer. The teacher have spent thoughtful time designing the scenario for role play, including the time limit or others. Of course, the teacher also can work as a facilitator. Students may need new languages to be fed in by teachers. Teachers may help them to understand the nature of the character and how to perform the character well. The teacher can also be the spectator and the participants. I think if the teacher sometimes got involved in the performance, students may become very excited. Of course, don't forget, teachers, you should praise all the role play efforts. We should praise all the students involved in this performance. Another one is the roles of the students. The first, students have to choose the roles they would like to assume. Maybe they would like to be a teacher, maybe they would like to be a doctor, or a salesman, or a manager, a policeman, or other things. And another important thing for them to do is to understand the nature and the character of the roles they are assuming. They have to read the stories, understanding the roles very deeply, not superficially. Of course, for those students, they must join the role discussion followed. Mainly focus on students' interpretation of the roles and the consequences of their action. Okay, at the end of my videos, I would like to say some tips for role play. First, instructors should be clear about the learning goal for their students. They have to explicit it very clearly for students to understand what's the goal, what's the object of this performance, not just for fun. Second, if this is the first time to use role play, instructors may be smarter to involve everyone at first. No one feels singled out. Keep the groups small. 2 to 5 members is the best. After learning introvert students, I think 2 big groups are not good for those introvert students. So 2 to 5 members maybe is the best. Last but not least, we should allow students to evaluate their cooperative learning process, both individually and as a group. Please remember, do not use the role play for several times. It can become tedious and feel artificial or silly. So that's all. That's my understanding of role play. And thanks for watching.